Welcome back, Bandits. Today we're taking a look into the Techland and Warner Brothers title Dying Light, including the recently released expansion The Following, the Enhanced Edition. Starting with the base game, Dying Light is a beautiful and immersive title for those of us who either like their horror titles or like having their pants scared off.
Airdropped into the zombie-infested city of Haran, your undercover mission to recover sensitive documents is delayed slightly when attacked by bandits. Though you're saved by survivors from the tower, you don't escape unscathed, and while you make it out alive, you are now infected number 31 on the tower's records.
After a little exposition, you'll be taught the basics: running, jumping, climbing trees, and apparently running across cranes between skyscrapers in high wind. Soon you'll let loose into the city to perform tasks for the survivors and work your way into their ranks, gaining their trust. With basic missions to start off with, there's a nice smooth learning curve to this title, which ends up fairly deep, and with plenty to do and a decent sized map to do it in before we even look at the expansion.
Starting off with simple pipes and planks, you'll find your way through Haran on foot, searching for supplies, setting traps and upgrading, like the illegitimate love child of Fallout 4, Resident Evil and Mirror's Edge. It's possibly my favourite take so far on zombie survival, and while there's a lot of planning and misdirection involved as you check out the least dangerous routes to your destination, the pace is kept fairly high.
Though your travel through the city is mainly a speedy parkour, at least in the earlier game, it still manages to keep a fairly high level of suspense as you scour derelict buildings and trawl through the quieter back streets. But you could find that one walker that seemed so easy to take out is quick to draw his friends, and as the game progresses you'll unlock new abilities in a few areas to make your journey easier, but you'll still have moments where you wish you'd worn your brown trousers.
The following expansion adds a great deal to the game, which is of course great to hear for any DLC. The first thing you'll notice is the map size, which is more than double the size of the original, so it's a good job we've got off-road buggies to get ourselves around the more open areas of the map, where we don't really have the option to use our parkour skills.
Gameplay itself has also had a few tweaks, with new parkour moves, new game modes and NPC models as well as enemy behaviour. If you go for the Enhanced Edition, you'll also get the Season Pass included with even more and more to come. All new features and game modes are detailed on our full review at pixelbandits.org.
If you have the following enhanced, after you complete the base game's prologue mission, you will find some new DLC outfits in your stash bag, including a survivor's outfit, a secret agent suit and a ninja outfit, as well as new weaponry. With the Season Pass included, you'll also get access to new challenges, hardcore zones and nightmare mode, as well as the chance to become a zombie yourself and hunt down humans in online or offline modes.
While the following expansion is listed separately on your main menu, we would advise that you at least take a look at completing the main missions of the base game first, just to get a good handle on the game, as well as to get through the first part of Kyle Crane's story. For reasons that might be entirely evident by now, Dying Light has been officially rated by PEGI as an 18, but let's run those down for you here.
Violence 10. It's a full-on blood-spattered adventure in Dying Light, and all from the first person, so you're guaranteed to be face-first in the action, with some brutal hits at times.
Fear 9. You're being thrown into dirty streets in a quarantined city which is full of zombies, and it only gets worse at night. There will be times you realise you've made mistakes along your journey, and getting out of tight spots is a hair-raising adventure, especially if you don't have the time to check out what's right behind you.
Language 8. Being stuck in the infected city, in some ways I'm surprised there's not more language in the game, but it's pretty salty stuff throughout most dialogue in the title.
Online 7. The online modes are pretty good, whether you're working as a team or fighting off the hunter in an online invasion. This carries all from the single player game, with of course the added vocals of other players, which are as ever unmoderated.
Discrimination and drugs 2. You're treated like an outsider throughout your early adventures into the game. It's not pleasant, but nothing we'd say to be particularly worried about. The drugs aspect again is minimal, and will only be seen when you need to heal yourself or stave off the symptoms of your infection.
Sex and gambling both have 0. There aren't any places to gamble in Haran, and it's a dirty, run-down city populated by the walking undead, and perhaps because of that it's lucky that we've not seen anything in the way of sexual content.
One to put on after the kids are tucked into bed and dreaming zombie-free dreams perhaps, but how does it stack up for the older bandits among us?
Graphics 9. Haran is a beautiful city and a sizable world to roam around in, as we've said even before we get to the enhanced expanded edition, which will more than double your map size. The changes between night and day are a little jagged at times, but mostly it is a good looking world to explore.
Story 8. Your undercover mission is just the start of the adventure, and even the base game has a solid story among the action. The following expansion adds a whole new element to your adventure, which will see another solid chunk of narrative at your door.
Sound 7. The soundtrack blends well into the background at most points. While it's certainly not bad, we'd rate it as average to good, and haunting at times.
Replayability 7. There's plenty to do in the city of Haran, and while you may not want to go back through the main game, the multiplayer adds a new aspect. And with the DLC packs available with the following, there are a few nuggets to draw you back in.
Satisfaction 9. I'm really enjoying Diving Light even as a base game. It has all I want from a zombie survival, mixed in with great action and a decent crafting module. The following's addition of new game modes and upgraded AI has done enough to keep things very fresh. There's a lot included in your bundle. Stuff from clothes, new weapons, new map areas of course, new missions, and a lot more to come with the Season Pass that you do get included in the Enhanced Edition. And if you've not tried to mow down walkers in a Smuggler's Run style buggy, you've just not lived.
That's all from us today. Be sure to take a deeper look into this with our full review over at pixelbandits.org, and we'll see you again soon. As ever, we've been Pixel Bandits, and you've been awesome. Thanks for watching.